my fight fans? UFC 324 is in the books, and guys, it did not disappoint. I mean, what a main event it was. I mean, the rest of the fights we'll get into wasn't too bad. I feel like some of them definitely could have been a lot better, but you know what? It's still really, that main event just pretty much sold the whole card. It was worth it. Guys, I recommend you seeing it if you have not seen it already. So definitely check it out. I mean, you all should have. It was free. Paramount. I mean, I definitely was there watching it for sure. Guys, it's just all together. Let's just get into it, shall we? Let's get into it. In that main event, of course, you already know Justin Gaethje is in always great fights. His fight with Dustin Poirier. His fight with Max Holloway. His fight with Michael Chandler. His fight with Eddie Alvarez. The guy is a hardcore legend. A legend. You know, I mean, he has all the bonuses in the world for a reason, because he doesn't disappoint, and he did not disappoint in this fight whatsoever. But you know what? You also got to give it to Paddy Pimblett, because Paddy came to fight as well. These guys went to war. These guys went to war. They were just throwing haymakers after haymakers. These guys were literally trying their best to knock each other out. And they almost did. In most cases, they almost did. I mean, these guys were literally, from the first round to the last round, it went all 5 rounds, and it was a back and forth war. But most of the fight went to Justin Gaethje. You know, most of the fight went to Justin Gaethje. You could probably give Paddy Pimblett a couple of rounds, maybe. I know for sure the third. For sure the third, I would give that to Paddy. Paddy was a little opening up a little bit more. But in that first round, it was a little bit back and forth. You know, Justin did drop Paddy. He dropped him. But there was a few other rounds that maybe might be a little closer. Maybe round 2, I believe, may have been a swing round, possibly. But 100% by unanimous decision, you give the fight to Justin Gaethje, and he is the new interim champion of the world. But nonetheless, you still got to give full credit to Paddy Pimblett, because Paddy, I mean, we all seen him. We've seen him in his fights with Michael Chandler, with Tony Ferguson, with Bobby Green, and a few others. He always goes for those submissions. He's a well-known submission artist. He actually was able to stop a few guys with those submissions. He's not necessarily known for his knockouts or his punching power, and we never knew what kind of chin he really had in order to take these shots. We did not know that. But with that being said, he was able to take these shots. He was able to take out some really powerful shots from Justin Gaethje, where a lot of these shots, he was able to drop a lot of great fighters in his time. A lot of great fighters. But in this case, he did not drop Paddy Pimblett all that much. I mean, there was a few times, but still, Paddy took those shots really well. His face was busted up and bloodied, and Justin, on the other hand, you know, he looked pretty good. I'm sure he has some injuries. I'm sure he has a little bumps and bruises, but he still looks really good. Still looks really good. But nonetheless, Paddy Pimblett, I give that guy full credit. You know, we didn't give him enough credit. We all thought that maybe it was going to be a little too much for Paddy, or no, I wouldn't say a little too much. I was going to say more likely that he hasn't been tested yet, that he wasn't deserving, because he fought it way past their primes, Bobby Green, Tony Ferguson, and Michael Chandler. So we never really knew how good Paddy Pimblett was. Now, I'm not going to say that he showed us how great he was in this fight. He just showed us he had a lot of heart, and he was able to withstand a lot of punishment. But he did not show me that he's able to hang in there with like great grappling, great wrestling, and whatnot. Just all around well-rounded, I guess you could say. Like if the shoe was on the other foot, and we saw Paddy destroying Justin Gaethje the way we saw Justin Gaethje destroy Paddy, then maybe I would say something different. But nonetheless, I got to give it to Paddy for his heart, for sure. Now, as far as Justin goes, I mean, Justin did what he does best. He's not really known for taking guys down. He's not really known for his grappling skills and whatnot, or, you know, going for submissions. He is known for being all highlight, all heart, all straight up, doing his best to knock his opponents out. And that's exactly what he was doing in this fight. He was doing everything he can to get rid of Paddy Pimblett. And he actually almost did it a few times. Almost did a few times. In that first round, I thought it was going to be over. Now, there was a few little, how would you say it, low blows, eye pokes, you know, a few other dirty tactics by Justin Gaethje, and Paddy did like one or two of his own, but still, I still got to go with Justin Gaethje doing his thing. You know, he actually went out all crazy with his haymakers, like throwing some shots. Like literally, it didn't look like he was going for any real tactics. He just looked like he was just trying to knock Paddy Pimblett out, and he couldn't do it, but he got that victory. 100% got that victory. So what is going to be next for Paddy Pimblett? Well, as far as what's going to be next for Justin Gaethje, the winner? Well, we all know that Ilia Topuria is out there doing, dealing with some stuff, dealing with some personal issues and whatnot. And, but he did mention I believe it's either on the X or Instagram, that he is going to come back and he is going to want to fight. He's going to want to fight this year. He's going to want to defend his belt come possibly June or maybe May. I'm not sure exactly what time frame that he does plan on coming back, but he does want to come back. And with that being said, you got Justin Gaethje and Ilia Topuria, and what's going to be a really great fight, a really, really great fight, because these guys, you know, Ilia Topuria, again, he's really good with his wrestling, and he's shown some of his good wrestling skills, but good, we all know what he was able to do in his last 3 fights. What he did to Alex Volkanovski, Max Holloway, and Charles Oliveira, all knockouts, all stoppages, and these are great fighters. So we all know Justin Gaethje, he loves to bang. So we are looking at another Fight of the Year candidate. I mean, Fight of the Year, this is January. We're already talking Fight of the Year. So this is going to be a great fight, guys. I am very much looking forward to it. As far as Paddy Pimblett goes, I mean, he's still very young, and he still has a lot more that he can do, a lot more that he can actually pursue within the lightweight division. Or he wants to move up, because he looks really big for the lightweight division. He looks like he cuts a lot of weight. I mean, we all know that he actually does cut a lot of weight, because he, out of season, he would actually balloon up really big to close to 200 pounds. So, I mean, we all know that's not really good for your health. To go 200 pounds and drop down 155 pounds, like, no, I wouldn't recommend that whatsoever. But nonetheless, what's going to be happening next? I mean, again, the division is so wide open. You got Charles Oliveira and Max Holloway. You got Arman Tsarukyan, who needs a dance partner. There's a lot of trash talk between him and Dan Hooker. So there's all kinds of stuff that could potentially happen within the lightweight division. And he is no shortage on opponents whatsoever for Paddy Pimblett. So there you have it, guys, for that main event. In the co-main event, you had Sean O'Malley taking on Song Yadong. Now, this is what I was talking about, how, like, the main event was great. The rest of the card was, you know, decent. And this was a decent co-main event. Of course, the original co-main event, which I was very much looking forward to, was Amanda Nunes and Kayla Harrison. Unfortunately, Kayla Harrison hurt her neck. Hopefully she does okay. Hopefully she is okay. Hopefully she comes back really soon so we can see that great fight. But this got bumped up to the co-main event. And, you know, it was a little bit of a back and forth, but it wasn't a war. You know, it wasn't a straight up street fight. It wasn't no Justin Gaethje, Paddy Pimblett. You know, Sean O'Malley did what I feel like he's really known for doing, and that's being more of a sniper than it is a brawler. And that's what he did with Song. You know, with Song, he straight up was just looking for certain shots, picking his certain shots, and he got the victory. Would I say it being a clear-cut victory? No. I mean, I guess in a sense, yeah, because Song did look beat up a little bit. But what I mean by clear cut, was it like a domination? Was it complete annihilation by Sean O'Malley? Like we seen him with like Chito Vera, like you seen when he fought Chito Vera, when he fought a few other fighters out there. Was it like that? Was it like when he knocked down Aljamain Sterling or anything like that? No, it wasn't. Sean O'Malley was very slow, very tentative. Like, he really took his time in this one, and that's what makes me a little curious, because, again, there really wasn't much to break down in this fight. Like I said, it was more Song putting the pressure on Sean O'Malley, and Sean O'Malley doing a really good counter-striking, moving around a lot, and picking his shots as much as he could. He did bloody Song up pretty good, but moving on, is he going to get a title shot after this victory? Maybe, because he is a huge name, and I know they are looking for stars at that White House card. And he could get that White House card, he could get that White House title shot with the new champion, Peter Yan, because there is history there. Because he actually did beat Peter Yan a couple years back. And a lot of people feel like that was a fight that could have gone either way. And with that being said, do we want to see that rematch? I mean, I won't mind seeing it. I really won't. Do I want to see it? No, not necessarily. I'd rather see him take on Merab. Peter Yan and Merab, a rematch, because that was a great fight they had last month. But I know Merab probably needs some time off. I mean, the guy had a really busy year last year, so I'm sure it's going to be a while before we see him. But if he doesn't, then yeah, I feel like they are going to give it to Sean O'Malley because of his name and because of the story with Peter Yan and Sean O'Malley. But if Sean O'Malley goes in there with that kind of game plan, he's going to get ran over, because we seen Peter Yan, what he was able to do to Merab, and he just put the beating on Merab. Like, he did not wait. He put the pressure on him. He did not do no counter punching. He did none of that. He straight up went after Merab and took the pressure to him. And if you're going to do that to a guy that has great striking himself, I'm talking about Peter Yan, and great wrestling, it's going to be a long night for Sean O'Malley. A very long night. And in that first fight, it was 3 rounds. In this fight, it's going to be 5 rounds. So it's going to be a totally different story. So again, great fight, great victory for Sean O'Malley, but he's probably going to have to improve on a few things if he thinks he's going to get past that wild beast of Peter Yan. Also on the fight card, you have Costa taking on Lewis. Really wasn't much. You know, Derek Lewis, he just, that knockout was kind of weird. You know, it looked like he got tripped a little off balance and pretty much was just stopped from that point on. You know, Derek Lewis hasn't really looked much of the same as of recent. You know, the heavyweight division is kind of just all over the place right now. You know, it sucks. And Costa doing his best to fight as much as he can, loves fighting, wants to fight as much as he can. So I'm sure that's going to bring some eyeballs to the heavyweight division as the heavyweight division tries to figure itself out with this whole Tom Aspinall, Cyril Gane, Alex Pereira, John Jones fiasco. I mean, good God, I've never seen the heavyweight division in such a mess. But that was that fight. Again, nothing much really transpired on that one. Rose taking on Silva. Again, another one that wasn't super back-to-back war or anything like that. Nothing really too much to break down, but Silva did get the ring over Rose. I feel like Rose did enough in the first 2 rounds. Rose just pretty much hasn't really been the same ever since losing her belt. You know, she seems really more tentative, really more like just afraid to let loose. You know, not like what she beat Joanna Jędrzejczyk and Weili Zhang. You know, she was able to just unleash the power, unleash the fury on these other female fighters. But now it just seems like she's just waiting and being more of a counter striker than she is trying to come after the way she used to be. But they're saying that Silva may get that title shot against Valentina. Something that I'm not very much looking forward to after seeing Valentina's fighting style. The women's division hasn't really been booming. Really hasn't been booming as exciting as it used to be, for sure. And hopefully we can get some kind of excitement as time goes on. Also on the fight card, you had Arnold Allen, the return of Arnold Allen, taking on Silva, Gene Silva. It was a great fight, great first round, great first fight on the card. And, you know, these guys pretty much left it all in the cage as well. You know, Silva is a really exciting fighter. Arnold Allen has been out of the game for a while, but, you know, he did get the victory, and he looked really, really good doing it. He looked really, really good doing it, and I'm sure that he's going to want to move on up within the division, get back to his winning ways. I mean, it's been a while for him. He actually, you know, we all know he fought some great stars in his time. He fought Max Holloway, and he was actually looking on the rise for a while, but then I think he took last year off, or 2024 off. I'm pretty sure it was last year, and he worked on some things. He actually looks really, really good, and I'm very much looking forward to him, because, you know, the featherweight division is still stacked. You still got Aljamain Sterling on there. You still got the winner. You got Imavov, you got Lerone Murphy. So there's a few fights that he can have that can pretty much get him closer to a title fight eventually. On the undercard in the prelims, you had Umar Nurmagomedov taking on Deiveson Figueiredo. Deiveson Figueiredo, I believe, missed weight. And Umar Nurmagomedov did not look really great. I definitely do not see him getting a title shot whatsoever. You know, it was, again, another counter striker, counter tentative. Like, he wasn't really doing his best to put the pressure on Deiveson Figueiredo. I'm talking about Umar, obviously. He wasn't trying to get the finish. He wasn't trying to do much of anything to get the victory in a really great way. It was a lot of circling, a lot of hesitating. It looked like he was just trying to get the victory with being as safe as he could. and that's not how you're gonna get a title shot. You know, he looked really, really great in that Corey Sandhagen fight, and that's what got him the title shot against Merab. Now he just got beat by Merab, and I want to say he fought recently again. Could be somebody else. I'm drawing a blank on who he recently fought, but I see him gonna have to fight one more time before he gets another shot, because with Merab deserving a title shot, with Sean O'Malley being a superstar, I do believe he's gonna end up having to wait, which is honestly, all due respect, he should, because at the end of the day, when he beat Sandhagen, he really didn't climb through the rankings of beating all these other guys. He beat just Sandhagen. And other than that, I know a lot of people are going to say, well, no one wanted to fight him. No one wanted to fight him. And I get all that. But at the end of the day, hopefully he can get more fights, because now we can see where he really is at. You know, I wanted to see him face Petr Yan before that fight went through. And I wanted to see him against a few other fighters. Maybe against Sean O'Malley as well. Maybe against a few other well-known fighters that were in the division at the time before he fought Merab. But that didn't transpire, so now this gives him a chance to develop his skill more, because yeah, you know, he got a pretty good beatdown by Merab, and he needs to develop more skills, more tactics himself. And if he wants to get better down the line, he's gonna have to fight a little bit more against higher ranking opponents. So I'm looking forward to seeing it, guys. Hopefully eventually he gets back in the title contention, and I'm sure he will. Maybe one more fight, and then he may have. So guys, definitely check out the fight card. Definitely look at it at Paramount. It was a great fight. I really enjoyed it, especially that main event. Already a fight of the year, 100%. Guys, got to give all heart to Paddy Pimblett, and you got to give it to Justin Gaethje being the beast that he is. So like, subscribe, hit that notification button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.